Okay. Hello, everybody. Hi. So welcome to Introduction to Women's and Gender Studies. My name is Pallavi Govindnathan, and I'm going to be your instructor for the duration of these 16 weeks. Um, you can call me Miss P, because I know that my name is relatively long. Um, and this is just an introductory video. Each week you will be getting a video to watch, which is just going to like summarize um, everything that we're going to be covering. It's going to probably have like a short lecture in there explaining to you what you will be learning that week. You will also be given an announcement in the video as to what's the assignment for that week. And anyways, not to worry about all that. We're just starting off, and I want you to kind of go with the flow, right? So I'm gonna zoom out of here, and hopefully we can still see. You can still see me. However, what you need to do is go to our Blackboard page, and hopefully if you're seeing this video, that means you've logged on to Blackboard successfully in our class. If you haven't, then clearly you're not seeing this video, and if that's the case, then, well, you gotta do it quickly. So go to the Blackboard side, and on the very left-hand side, you'll see that there is a menu bar, right? And there should be an options for videos and other links, or it could just say videos. You can click on that, and you will see this video over there. And every other week on Monday, you will see a new video, which you're going to have to watch. But for right now, go to that left-hand menu bar and click on syllabus. Okay? And once you click on syllabus, you can open that up, and we will go through it little by little. So I'll give you like a few seconds to just open up that file. And meanwhile, I'll do the same thing. All right. How are you doing? It's so weird, like, talking to you on the video, but clearly this is not a face-to-face class, so I can't see each one of you, and I would love to see each one of you. However, since it's an online class, I'm just going to assume that you can watch this, and so you know that I'm a living, existing person, and I'm not just some, like, robotic computer thing that's giving you instructions on a weekly basis. So if you've opened up your syllabus, let's go through it. Okay, so this is this particular class is called An Introduction to Multicultural Women's and Gender Studies. It's completely 100% online class. There are 2 sections, and I'll be making a video for both sections. So this is probably, it's either going to be section 2013, section 55, or 2013, section 56. For 2013 section 55, your GA is going to be, I believe it's Esther. I could be wrong, but it's written on the syllabus itself. And on section 56, it's Paige Hoffman. All right. These women are amazing women. They're also in the PhD program. I'm also in the PhD program. I'm in my 4th year, and they have an abundant amount of knowledge, and they have worked hard to make it up all the way to the PhD program. So please approach them with tremendous respect, because they are dedicating their lives also to help you, and we are all very dedicated to your professional and educational development and learning. Okay? On the first page of the syllabus, you can see that my office hours are on Mondays, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. You can even write to me and let me know if you want to make an appointment to meet or talk separately. And I'm totally okay with that. I would actually enjoy talking to you in person. Um, During those office hours on Mondays from 9 to 11, I can be reached via Skype, email, Google Handouts, and my Skype ID is mentioned right there. Moving on to page 2. You can go through a lot of this information at your own time and convenience, but look through the course description. This is an Introduction to Multicultural Women's and Gender Studies. It's an interdisciplinary field. An interdisciplinary field basically means that it's composed of influences from many different fields all together. Like if you are from social work, we'll talk a lot about social issues, and so this class will definitely influence your major. Nursing, we talk about politics of motherhood and mothering. We will even talk about things like the difference between gender and sex and sexuality. So you will definitely begin to see that things that we cover in this class can actually have a huge impact in whichever field you are majoring in. So don't think that this is a women's studies class and we're only going to be talking about women. That is definitely not the case. I have had a lot of students of coming from various different gender identities and sexual identities, men and women, and they all have found the course quite helpful to them. My teaching philosophy, you can again read all that at your own convenience. However, it is, I believe firmly, that learning and teaching is something that needs to be fun and interactive. That's why there are these videos. Also, that no matter how far along in their professional careers your teachers have gone, I firmly believe that teachers, as much as they can teach, they also can learn a lot from students. So that being said, whenever you have any kind of questions or concerns or points that you feel are not being addressed, send them over to me. And I will make sure that those points are addressed by educating myself through your help. Okay? Are we clear so far? How are we doing? Good? All right, so moving along, you can go through the student learning outcomes. These are the kind of things that, fulfillments that you are going to be achieving through this class. All right? There are several points listed on there, so read those. The textbook that you'll be required. This is important. So the textbook we will be needing is called Women in Culture, not and Culture, Women in Culture, an intersectional anthology for gender and women's studies. An anthology is basically a collection of different writers who have written maybe like articles or journals or just essays, and this book is a compilation of all their work. So we'll be looking at many different writers and what they have to say. That being said, I'm issuing at the most 20 pages each week for reading. I do believe that learning consists of a variety of sources and not just reading. Like, reading is great, however, and I'm sure many of you love to read, but there are many of us who also love to watch documentaries and who like to actually talk to other people as a source of learning. So, I completely encourage you to call us, set up those appointments with us so we can talk, and that itself is going to contribute to your learning experience. All right? The book is available on Amazon, excuse me, and it's on, they have a paperback and they have a Kindle edition. You choose whichever one you want. Additional course materials will be put on Blackboard, and I will notify you if we are ever going to be reading an article. You will need a Netflix account, so this is important. I am a video artist. I'm also just, my background is in art, so I firmly believe in having a visual as a way of learning. Many of us in this age of digital and technology, we are looking at cell phones all the time, we're watching movies all the time, and so why not use that source as a way of learning? So hence we are making these videos for you to see, and you will also have to watch a documentary every week. Okay? And I think that's going to be fun. So get a Netflix account if you don't have one. The first month is completely free. You will need a Netflix account for 3 months for this course. And for each month, it's $9. So total cost would be $18 for you to get that Netflix account. Okay? Let's see. If you don't have a Netflix account and you do have financial limitations on getting an account set up for yourself, I am very considerate of students' financial needs, and if that is the case, there is a Netflix account set up for just the class, and you can see that the how to log in. There is the email and the password given to you right there. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. All right. Okay, so the first couple of weeks we will be spending watching a documentary called Where to Invade Next by Michael Moore. Unfortunately, this movie is available only via Amazon. I did happen to find it yesterday on YouTube, but the cost is $3.99 for that documentary. So this is going to be the one documentary that's not available on Netflix. So either you can purchase it for the duration of these the first couple of weeks, or you can see about getting it on Amazon if you have an Amazon account. All right. So moving on to page 4, you can see that a lot of this information that we'll be covering in this class is going to be through Blackboard. There are, under course website on Blackboard, it explains you how to access Blackboard, you know, and it'll assist you in understanding Blackboard a little bit better for your own convenience. Again, if you have any problems with Blackboard, since this is an online class, you can definitely reach out to us. Okay? Now on page 5, we start the explanation of all the core assignments that we'll be covering in this class. So there are a total of, I believe, 5 assignments, and I don't think it's much for the duration of 16 weeks. And they're relatively easy. They're fun, they're interactive, and they definitely encourage you to kind of look at different perspectives of issues. So let's go through them very quickly. We're on page 5. The first one is introductions, right? That's really simple. You're going to be the deadline is the original post is going to be Wednesday, January 25th by 11:59 p.m. And then you respond to a peer, a classmate of yours, by Friday, January 27th by 11:59 p.m. Okay, so you can use those questions as a tool to answer, let us know more about yourself, or you're welcome to kind of make your own questions that you want to answer. Just make sure that you post an original post by January 25th, 11:59 p.m., and you have a response post. Okay, so the second assignment is that on a weekly basis, we will be having weekly discussion boards. And I keep my discussion boards relatively simple. You know, I'm not looking for like really extensive MLA formatting or, you know, many of us, I was an international student in 1999 and my writing sucked and so did my English. So, um, you know, I firmly believe that students do take time to learn how to write well and read well, and so utilize these discussion boards as a way of just writing down your thoughts, and there's not going to be too much of an emphasis put on your writing abilities, more on your conceptual kind of thinking abilities, okay? So the discussion boards are 20 points each. The deadline for every discussion board, the original post is going to be on Thursdays by 11:59, and you respond to a classmate, and the deadline for that is on Fridays by 11:59. And the great thing about this is that since you have submitted everything by Friday, you have Saturday and Sunday off, right? I want that. I want that too. So I think that works out for all of us. Now, discussion boards are not going to be issued every week. The weeks when we have any of the major assignments due, you're not going to be engaging in any discussion boards. That's just ridiculously too much work. Okay, so the syllabus explains, it tells you, and also every week when I'll be posting a video, I'll let you know when the discussion boards are due and when they're not due, so don't worry about that too much. Okay, so moving on. How are we doing so far? I feel like I need to ask you that, even though you can't respond. Alright, so moving on to page 7, you can see one of the other major assignments is deconstructing international media advertisements. Excuse me. It's 50 points, deadline is Sunday, February 12th by 11:59 p.m. Go through those, go through the description of it. The fourth assignment is a current events paper. It's worth 100 points, so you can see that we've jumped up a little bit on points. The deadline for that is Sunday, March 5th by 11:59 p.m. So you can see that all these core assignments are due on Sundays by 11:59 p.m. So on weeks when, so there will be like 4 weeks out of the entire course where you will be submitting something on Sunday. But feel free, that's the deadline, so feel free to even submit it earlier if you finish it earlier. Okay? So moving on to page 9, we have the multiple perspective narrative paper, and this is a great assignment. It's actually formatted by Paige Huffman, who I have to thank in this video. And for that, the deadline is Sunday, March 26th by 11:59 p.m. The last and final assignment is a film or documentary review, so we'll be watching several movies throughout the semester, and this is considered as your final. And you can see that that's 100 points. The deadline is Friday, April 14th by 11:59 p.m. Friday, April 14th. That gives us an entire month until class actually ends, so you can see that we'll be ending class we won't be ending class. We'll definitely be finishing up with our finals, an entire month before the classes actually end. Okay, so you can go through that. In the bottom of page 10, it gives you all the films that we'll be watching, so you can watch the trailers for them. So remember, you do need Netflix, okay? So you do need Netflix to watch these films. Alright, also about the film review, there are 3 questions that I have posed over there, so in every film review you will be answering those questions. Okay? Doing good? Page 11, this is my favorite page! Woo!